AI, artificial intelligence, it has become quite a huge talk of late because it's one of those things that people have to really get to understand that is here and it is here to stay. So you just need to understand how to use it properly, and it can actually benefit you. So I don't want to waste any more time. I think I just want to start immediately. This was just a short notice, um, but I'm happy to have 64 attendees. We're also live on TikTok. Thank you for joining in the session tonight. I hope other guys are going to be joining us in a few minutes. So, an introduction to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. AI is a new high-income skill, and our presentation today is going to be based on. There's a certain guy I like to watch on YouTube, and I like to recommend everyone to probably go and listen to him. His name is Dan Ko. All right, let me just open his YouTube channel. His name is Dan Ko. Dan Ko is an amazing content creator who really talks a lot of sensible things when it comes to AI and developments in artificial intelligence. So we will be talking about AI itself. We'll also discuss a few things. Now, the session that you're going to be having today is based on a few things I've actually gotten to learn from Dan Ko regarding artificial intelligence. So, artificial intelligence is a new high-income skill. My name is Elvis. I'm a digital creator, and I'll be taking you through this particular presentation, giving you ideas and information that could be important when it comes to you understanding what AI is. And the agenda of our session tonight is to understand what is AI. We'll also be able to understand why AI is more than a buzzword. I think everyone is always talking about AI, but what is AI? And how AI can actually get to save you at least 5 hours plus per week. All right. And you can actually get to understand what prompt engineering is, which is the new literacy, and real life use applications that you can actually go ahead and try tonight. And we will be starting our challenge tomorrow. It's an AI productivity weekend sprint where we'll be talking about various AI tools, ChatGPT, Notion. We'll also be talking about tools like Perplexity AI. All these are AI tools that happen to exist. And I think you joining in the session could really be good for you. So before we begin, we have a 3-day session starting tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a challenge on how to use AI tools. And this session is meant to help you understand how you can use the AI or the various AI tools that exist to work faster, think better, build smarter systems, and create real results in business and freelancing. That is what we will be talking about in the 3 sessions that we're going to be having from Friday, Saturday, all the way to Sunday. So, what is AI? And I'm going to be taking the next just few minutes, at least 30 minutes, trying to explain to you what artificial intelligence is so that you can get to have an understanding of AI itself. Now, AI is not just another app. It is a way of thinking. Let me repeat that. AI is not another app. It's not another app probably in your phone or any website. It is a way of thinking. And AI is not a tool. It is a meta skill. Now, let me define this in a very simple manner. Just like writing is done, psychology or critical thinking, AI amplifies every other skill that you have. If you're a graphic designer and you possess AI skills, you might be working at a faster and better rate as compared to someone who just possesses graphic design skills. Now, if you're in marketing, if you do coding, if you do teaching, if you do content creation, if you do design, AI can actually help you work better and more efficiently. AI makes you 10 times faster, smarter, and sharper if you know how to use it. Now, the biggest problem as to why so many people complain about artificial intelligence is because so many people don't understand how to use it. And when you're able to understand how to use AI tools themselves, it becomes easier for you to actually just be more productive, work faster, smarter, and more sharper. So, AI is not a shortcut. Most people think that AI is a shortcut. Let me tell you one thing. AI is not a shortcut. Like, if someone wants to write a blog post, they think that if you just go to AI and say, write me a blog post, it's going to write you a blog post. It doesn't work like that. You have to be very, very specific. We're going to be looking at something we refer to as prompt engineering. Now, I want you to treat AI as your thinking partner. AI is like your thinking partner. When you use artificial intelligence properly, okay, you can be able to learn faster, you can be able to create better, You can actually be able to solve problems much faster, and you can even be able to automate your boring tasks. Okay. You're also able to save time and reduce burnout. That is all just because of the implementation and the use of artificial intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. Learning faster. I always tell people every day that you can open ChatGPT, put in a prompt that you probably, let's say you want to understand what search engine optimization is. And you can even go to ChatGPT and say, act like a teacher and teach me, like act like an SEO expert and explain to me what search engine optimization is and explain it in like you're explaining it to a kid. It's something that you can actually get to use. You're also able to create better when it comes to using artificial intelligence. I'm going to define this. Let's say you're a content creator. You don't have ideas of content creation. You can easily go to ChatGPT or any other AI tool of your preference and get to have better content creation ideas just by the use of AI. You can solve problems, you're able to automate boring tasks. Like an example is, it is not so many people who can sit down and craft social media posts. Now, why don't you leverage upon artificial intelligence to just make things become smooth for you? So when you're able to apply AI properly, you're able to first of all save time and you actually reduce burnout. I was telling someone the other day, you can write a blog. You can actually write a blog using ChatGPT in under 2 minutes, right? You can write an entire blog in under 2 minutes in ChatGPT. So you can imagine if you built a business on it, like you can build a business and say, I help people write, like for example, you can say something like, I help people manage their websites by writing educative blogs, and you can do that using AI and just make some money. So I want you to use AI as your thinking partner. Now, AI doesn't replace you. It's not going to replace you, but someone who knows how to use it will actually replace you. I think this one is a common phenomenon that you're seeing nowadays, where everyone is always complaining about artificial intelligence. And ladies and gentlemen, here's what I would tell you. Don't be afraid of understanding how to use AI tools. They will save you time, they will enable you to work more efficiently, more productively, and stay ahead. So, artificial intelligence is not going to replace you. But someone who knows how to use AI, aka artificial intelligence, is actually going to replace you. Now, there's this whole thing I've seen with so many people saying that artificial intelligence can be a quick way for you to make money. I always see it in my messages. Elvis, I would like to start making money with artificial intelligence. And I'm honestly going to tell you something. Artificial intelligence is not a get rich quick scheme. You're finding so many scams that are happening today, people telling you how you can actually make a lot of money with AI. But honestly, I don't think it is right. So let me explain it. Why? Now, most people are treating AI like a magic wand, all right? But 95% of users don't even scratch the surface of what tools like ChatGPT can do. You see, in as much as we're talking about artificial intelligence and we're talking about tools like ChatGPT, very many people don't know the functionality behind most of these tools. Yeah. So, assuming you just understood how to use these tools yourself, I'm going to give you a brief example. When you create a TikTok video, you can use an AI called Descript to just transcribe every single word that you said in that TikTok video. And then you can take that entire transcript that you'll have gotten from Descript and put it on ChatGPT and get a very, very good video caption. So you can imagine, not so many people know how to do that. You can leverage upon that. Every single day, guys are always asking me, which AI is it that you use to generate images? They just scratch the surface. They just go and say, generate an image for me. Remember, AI is not a quick way for you to make money. That's what I would say. Next, most people type one sentence. You go and say, write me a blog. You expect a miracle. After you don't get the response that you're looking for, you get disappointed, and then you go ahead and say, AI doesn't work. It is here to replace our jobs. No, that is a problem with most people. And AI rewards depth. I want you to listen to this. AI rewards depth and it doesn't reward laziness. All right? AI is like Adobe Photoshop. You don't become a pro in one click. For those who don't know what Adobe Photoshop is a graphic design software that was created by a company called Adobe. You can't wake up in the morning and say that you know how to use Adobe Photoshop. And it's the same thing with AI. You don't vibe code your way to $1 billion startup. You have to learn the skill, Prompting is a skill. Thinking in systems is a skill. Let me repeat that. You have to learn the skill of using artificial intelligence tools. Prompting, especially when it comes to using AI, is a skill. And thinking in terms of systems is also a skill. So you need to understand how to use the systems. And let me just go back and say this. AI rewards depth. It doesn't reward laziness. Like if you're a lazy person and you go and say, do my assignment, obviously you're going to be disappointed. And then after a few minutes, you're going to say that, oh, AI is a scam, AI is a scam, AI is a scam. AI rewards depth, not laziness. Let me repeat this. Artificial intelligence is going to work best for those people who know what they're doing. Artificial intelligence is going to work best for people who know what they're doing. It multiplies your creativity. It doesn't replace your competence. Let me repeat that. It multiplies your creativity. It doesn't replace your competence. If you're not competent, AI will just automate your mediocrity. Like, if you're someone who is not competent, literally, like if you don't know how to do something, like an example is, you can't wake up in the morning and start writing blogs for people without even understanding the foundations behind what a blog is. So you have to be very competent, and with competence and the creativity that you have, AI is actually just going to multiply your creativity. You'll actually be able to work more efficiently, more effectively, and do things better. And if you're not a competent person, AI will just automate your mediocrity. Just go and open, like if you go to platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, you're going to find social media posts that have been created by social media managers. And you can look at a post once and know that this one was written with ChatGPT. Because first of all, you're going to, someone just woke up and said, create me a post, and you just copy pasted it. All right. So what you're doing is just automating your mediocrity and just having like a cycle of your laziness. So just remember that, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just do a brief comparison of artificial intelligence versus other skills. I'm always telling guys to learn skills like digital marketing, graphic design, web design. But some of these skills, they are very good skills, but they evolve. Like if you look at a skill like graphic design, I think if there is anyone who is here, probably they started like the old people wa kitambo kidogo. Najua walikuwa wanatumia Adobe PageMaker. There was a tool called Adobe PageMaker. Yeah. Right now, we are talking about tools like Canva. We are talking about tools like Figma. You're talking about tools like Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop. So these skills evolve over time. And the platforms that you actually get to use change. The tools shift and trends actually get to flip. If you're a web designer, there's a certain way people used to create websites a few years back. But right now, you realize that there are new advanced techniques when it comes to web design. So now, these skills evolve over time. Now, here's the thing. Artificial intelligence is not going to replace your skills. It actually amplifies them. An example is, artificial intelligence is going to help marketers write better ads and do things faster. Now, as a designer, you'll be able to brainstorm quicker and generate concepts in minutes. If you're a programmer, you're going to be able to debug with precision. If you're someone who actually writes drafts, you're going to be able to write and edit smarter. You don't have to take a lot of time proofreading. So that is what we mean, that AI is not going to replace the skills you have. It is actually going to amplify them. You get? There's a difference between a graphic designer who doesn't understand how to use AI and a graphic designer who knows how to use AI tools. Because you can actually get to see how fast and efficient they work. Now, normally, as a graphic designer, a client has come to you and told you to create a company profile for them. Now, in the old ways, you would find someone spending like a full 1 week designing the company profile, because you know you have to go and get a copywriter to generate the content for the company profile. After they generate the content of the company profile, now you will take the copy that you've received and now design the company profile. But I think it's time for you to think beyond that. You can imagine now you can use tools like ChatGPT to generate the copy and use this copy in the company profile. That is what you should be thinking about. AI amplifying your skills, not replacing them. Artificial intelligence is an umbrella. Everything else that you have is a toolbox. So if you master AI, you can be able to upgrade every other skill you actually get to own. So that's something you need to understand. Artificial intelligence is not here to replace the skills you have. It is actually here to amplify the skills you already have existence. So in existence. And that's why we are saying that artificial intelligence is the umbrella, right? And everything else that you have are just tools in the toolbox. So think about that. You don't replace your skills with artificial intelligence. You make your skills dangerous with artificial intelligence. You don't replace your skills with AI. You make your skills dangerous with artificial intelligence. That is something you need to understand. That AI is not replacing your skills. It is just making you more dangerous because you understand how to use AI, right? So, how does artificial intelligence work? Now, this is a question I've really gotten severally, especially in the comment section. Elvis, how does AI work? Please explain to us. How does this thing called AI work? So let me explain. Let me explain to you. As usual, AI is not magic. It is just machine logic. So when it comes to AI, we have models, we have tokens, and then we have context windows. Let me repeat that. Models, tokens, and context windows. So let me explain a model. A model is the brains behind the operation. An example would be ChatGPT. ChatGPT is actually a model. Claude, Gemini, those are AI models. Then number two is tokens. Tokens are tiny pieces of text. These are just words that have been chopped into parts. That is what we refer to as tokens. And then we have the context window. The context window is the AI's memory, how much it can remember in one go. That is what we refer to as the context window. So we have models, tokens, and the context windows. All right? Let me just move on. Some of the big players that you probably know when it comes to AI at the moment is at OpenAI. OpenAI has ChatGPT. Anthropic has Cloud AI. Google has Gemini. XAI or Elon Musk has Grok. Meta has Llama. These are just a few companies, a few just top-known individuals when it comes to the AI sector. OpenAI has ChatGPT, Anthropic has Cloud, Google has Gemini, XAI or Elon Musk. They have Grok, Meta has Llama. That is all we have to say about some of the big players when it comes to AI. All right. Now, in AI, we have pre-training versus post-training. Now, pre-training is when AI learns from the internet up to a cutoff date. For the guys who used to use ChatGPT a little bit back when it was trying to just advance, you realize that there is a time that you wouldn't access information past 2022. Yeah. So the process where an AI learns from the internet up to a specific date is what we refer to as pre-training. And then we have the next thing, which we refer to as post-training. Now, post-training is where you deal with personality, tone, filters, vibes. Like right now, if anyone is using ChatGPT 4.0, if you try and just feed it like an example of a social media post, like yourself, and then you say, this is my tone, this is how I speak, this is my personality, you can believe me that after that, it's going to understand what you mean and it's going to create a post like that, right? That is what we refer to as post training. We also have, there's a difference between, we have reasoning models and deep thinking AIs. If you think about this one is something I would give you as a task tonight. Reasoning models, these ones are deep thinking AIs. They are more expensive, but better at solving complex problems. They can actually be used for writing, strategy, coding, and business planning. So you can imagine we have AI tools that you can use for writing, strategy, coding, business planning. Like imagine yourself building a business where you write business plans or business pitches for people who want that. And you can utilize AI tools. Not so many people are just going to tell you that you don't use AI. In fact, I think no one is going to tell you don't use AI. People will tell you it's okay for you to use AI. So it's something I would like for you to understand. Now, understanding artificial intelligence, is not about coding. It is about knowing what is under the hood, so that you can actually get to use it intentionally. All right. So let me move on. Because for the purposes of time, AI has various tools that I think people need to understand how to use. And some of the tools is ChatGPT. Yeah. If anyone is in this particular session, the best thing you can do for yourself is learn how to use ChatGPT. All right. We also have another AI called Claude or Anthropic. You can use it for deep thinking, and you can actually just use it for writing. We also have another AI called Gemini. Gemini can be able to actually handle large inputs, PDFs, books, etc. So I hope most of you guys have been able to hear about some of these AI tools. ChatGPT, very important. Claude, Gemini. For the guys who are attending, because I think currently I don't know how many people we have in the classes starting tomorrow. We'll be sharing all these particular tools in a document. I'll also be sharing a few prompts with you that you can actually get to use. Now, we also have, apart from AI tools, we also have specialized AI tools. All right. An example of a specialized AI tool. Now, specialized AI tools are work-ready tools built on top of AI models, on top of AI models like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and some of them is something like Perplexity. If you've never heard of Perplexity AI, just go online and search for Perplexity. It's the new Google. Like, for example, if you just come over here, it's a search engine. Like, you can search on anything. What has happened? Sorry. You can search for something. What has happened in Kenya today? It's Perplexity is an amazing AI tool. Like you can see over here. Here are some of the recent developments. Cleophas Malala was arrested, controversy at Drama Festival, economic developments. Here are some of the things people have also asked about. What is the latest update on the mysterious disease outbreak in Kisii counties? How will the tariff impact Kenya's economy in the long term? You can open that up and see what you're actually going to get. It's like the new Google. Yeah. Like you can see something like this. Yeah. You can use Perplexity AI. This is what we refer to as specialized tools. We also have another AI tool called Kasa. I don't know if you guys have heard of another tool called Kasa. If you've heard of Kasa, it's you're able to code with an artificial intelligence, side by side. A very, very good AI tool. For if there's anyone who does programming over here, I think you can use this especially to just make your work easier, to just work more efficiently. These are some of the AI tools that have specialty. Yeah, they're meant for specialization. We have another AI tool by Dan Coy called Cortex. You use it for notes, content, research, and it's an all-in-one powered place. Another example of another AI is Notion. I hope you guys have heard of Notion before. Like you can use Notion for note taking, planning your day. It's a very, very good, honestly, it's a very good AI tool. Like if you look at this, yeah, if you look at this, I was trying to use like something to plan. Like for example, you can even plan your daily tasks over here. You can use it to plan your daily tasks. You can use it for so many things. I mean, there are so many things you can do with this particular tool. Nani wanacheka anasema rent yangu ni 3500. Kwani unaishi single room? Watu wengine mnakuanga na ubaya. Kwani unaishi single room? But okay. That is Cortex anyway. So sorry, that is Notion. Cortex is another AI tool. Now, I also want to get into something else. These are just terminologies. All right. Can one use Notion, ClickUp, and Cortex at the same time? Well, I don't recommend it. Just pick one and use one. Like for example, use Notion. If you're doing project management, just use ClickUp. Don't use so many AI tools. You'll get confused. Yeah. So we have wrappers and we have core models. Now, what is a core model? A core AI model is a brains. Now, the brains behind, like when you say a core model will be something like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. So these are some of the AI tools that really exist that someone can just say that you are you're able to understand. Like, sorry, let me just get something over here. Like if you understand core models are the brains. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. All right. We also have tools that are called wrappers. Now, rappers, not rappers, Kina Lil Wayne and Octopizzo. These are tools that are built on top of the core models, all right, to serve specific tasks. Sorry. Now, an example would be like how Perplexity uses AI plus the internet search. Kasa, I've just introduced it to you just a few minutes ago, is what you use. It uses AI plus your code base. Like, for example, when you're coding, you can easily use Kasa itself to just work faster, more efficiently, and even get suggestions. So if there's anyone who is a developer over here, just go check out that tool. It's called Kasa. And I believe there are so many other tools that exist that you can use, especially for the guys who code. Now, the future is not just about using artificial intelligence. It is about using the right AI tool at the right moment. If I was to give you like a list of AI tools, I think I would give you like a list of probably over 30 of them, right? Recently, I had a sit down with a few friends of mine, and we were talking about AI tools, and it's a whole list. There's so many tools that you can get to use. Let's talk about prompt engineering, and let's follow Kidogo, because one of the things I've realized with so many people is that they don't know how to write prompts. When you're using AI, you need to write a proper prompt, right? Artificial intelligence does not just need prompts, it needs structure. You just don't go to AI and say, generate an image for me. Yeah. If you want great results, stop thinking like a task manager. Finish it, just do it for me. No. Start thinking like a systems builder. Stop thinking like a task manager and think like a systems builder. Let me define that. You can shift from doing this, write me a blog post, to here. Here is a system, context, steps, and format. Go ahead. So let me explain it to you. If you're writing a prompt, the formula involves 5 key steps. 5 key steps. The first step is a system. What is the role of the AI? An example would be you are a productivity coach. System. Number 2, context. What is the context behind it? What does the AI need to know? Background information, audience, and the tone. What does it need to know? The background information, the audience, and the tone. Context. Number 3 is instructions. Now, instructions are clear step-by-step tasks. The instructions, that is fundamental number 3. Number 4 is constraints. What do you need to avoid or include? An example would be no fluff, use bullet points. All right. Number 5 is the output. Format and style you expect. Make it a 7-slide deck. All right. Let's just use an example over here. I want you to look at this. An example of the breakdown is this. System, the brains. You are a LinkedIn content strategist. What is the context? I write about freelancing and personal branding. What are the instructions? Create 10 content ideas based on my post transcript. Okay? What are the constraints? Avoid generic advice, make it punchy, and list, and then finally in the output, you're going to say list of 10 hooks with a short description each. So let's try and do something over here. Let's just be a little bit practical. I'm going to open ChatGPT. Let me try and open ChatGPT. And I want to do something a little bit interesting so that you can actually get to understand what it means to write a proper prompt. So I'm going to copy all this. I can go ahead and share this with you guys after the session. I can come to ChatGPT and say something like this. I want for you to craft a prompt to generate 5 slide decks for me. I am a financial literacy coach. So here's an example of the breakdown. So I'll drop it like that, and then I'm going to hit enter. So it's going to craft a prompt for me. All right, in Anita MyG. Okay. So the system is going to be like this. You are a visual storytelling strategist and personal finance expert. I am now the context is me as a person. I am a financial literacy coach who teaches young professionals and freelancers how to manage money, escape debt traps, grow savings, and build wealth sustainably. Create 5 engaging slide deck content ideas for LinkedIn or Instagram that break down complex financial concepts in simple, relatable language. Use storytelling, real-life examples, or stats to drive the point home. Include a strong CTA, call to action, on the last slide, e.g. follow, comment, DM for help, or download a free guide. Constraints. Avoid textbook definitions or generic financial jargon. Each deck must have a clear hook and flow like a mini story. Use conversational, raw, and witty language. Think talking to your broke but hopeful friend over coffee. Now the output, title of the slide deck, slide by slide breakdown, 5 to 7 slides per deck. short description of the purpose and intended takeaway. Now, I can say, run the prompt, and we will see what is actually created. So you see, AI is not just putting in things. You go and put things. Hey, manze imenita my G. Manze, say less my G. Here's the full output. Okay. It's very, very interesting. Now, the title, Why You're Always Broke, Even When You're Earning More. Purpose, bust the myth that more income is equals to more wealth. Teach about lifestyle creep and mindset. Slide 1, your salary doubled. So why are you still broke? And you can see already it has created all these information, slide breakdown. And then after finishing, we can say something now, generate content. We can say something content for the first slide. And it's going to now start generating the content at a say less banner. Let's cook up the first slide. Well, this is I mean, okay, these are some of the things I normally say. So I think it's picking it up, right? So slide 1, your salary doubled. So why are you still broke? Subtext, this is giving you a direction over here. All right. And it's something that you can actually just get to do all along. All right. And then you can now say, move on to the next slide. And we can say something like, make it deeper and well explained. Something like that. So let's see what we are able to actually just see. Every time you earn more, you spend more. That's not growth. That's a trap. Explanation. You used to survive on 30K. Now you're making 60K, but somehow you still have nothing left by 20th. Why? Because every time your income goes up, your expenses follow suit. You upgrade your apartment. You start over ordering food instead of cooking. You buy nicer clothes, new gadgets, weekend getaways. So you can easily see how you can even conceptualize a very good slide with ChatGPT. So you need to understand how to use AI tools properly. And that's why we're talking about a system where you have the system, the context, the instructions, the constraints, and the output, what you expect from the output. Yeah, that's something you need to understand. And that is what we refer to as prompt engineering. Now, when it comes to you writing prompts is a new copywriting. Your creativity is only as good as your clarity. Let me repeat that. Your creativity is only as good as your clarity. Your creativity is only as good as your clarity. When it comes to you writing your prompts, your creativity is always as good as your creativity is always as good as your clarity. That's something you guys need to understand, because so many people are yet to understand the whole concept behind, writing proper, prompts where, just when you're using AI tools. Yeah. So how to think with AI? Let me say how to think with AI. Now, one of the things people don't know is that they treat AI itself. All right. Most people treat AI like an intern, where you tell AI, do this, fix that, write this, like it's in an attachment or something like that. But then when you realize that the output you're getting is not very good, yeah, you complain. When your work feels soulless, when you're getting a lot of unleashed, when you get all those, I think most people are used to those generic responses by ChatGPT. So you don't use AI like it's an intern. You use AI and you learn to think with it. Yeah, that's the thing you need to understand. Here's how you shift your mindset. AI is not your shortcut. AI is your second brain. Okay? Don't outsource your thinking. Co-create, challenge ideas, and spar with it. Chat with it. Don't expect a proper response within the first minute. Yeah? And this is one of the things most people don't yet grasp, that you need to shift your mindset. Now, you can use AI tools to learn faster, break down complex tasks, turn vague thoughts into structured ideas, sharpen arguments, strategies, and scripts, think better, not just quicker. So these are the various ways that you can use AI. And if you treat AI like a co-founder, it will think with you. If you treat it like an intern, it will disappoint you. Let me repeat that. If you treat AI like a co-founder, it will think with you. If you treat it like an intern, it will disappoint you. So if you just go ahead and order stuff, write me a post, do this for me, you need to think with it. You need to spar with it. Like if you're writing prompts in ChatGPT, in the chat, you need to be very, very specific, as well as you counter it. That's something you can do. Now, here's some of the practical use cases of AI. Number one is you can use it for Google search. You can use AI tools like ChatGPT to get summarized sourced, and real-time answers. You can use AI to ask for layered follow-up questions. You don't have to sift through 10 tabs. Like if you're using a tool like Perplexity AI, if you're using a tool like Perplexity AI, that name is very hard to pronounce. I don't know how these guys created this AI, expecting Africans to pronounce perplexity. It's like telling Wagikuyu to pronounce parallelogram. You know, it's a hard name. They should have called it something easier, but it's still very okay. It's a very good tool. So you can use it as a supercharged Google search. With AI, you can learn anything faster. Like an example, let me just go to ChatGPT and say, generate a proper prompt for me. You are an SEO expert. I want to learn SEO. I need it explained to me like I am a child. Generate a proper prompt. So let's see. You can use ChatGPT itself to generate proper prompts. Inaniita maiji bana. Yeah. And we can then say remove these placeholders, and which is its holders, yeah? System and the rest. I need a clean prompt. So it's good to do that. You are an SEO expert and a gifted teacher who simplifies complex topics. Teach me SEO step by step, like I'm a complete beginner. Explain everything using simple words, clear examples, and real-life analogies. Start with basics like what is SEO and gradually build up to more advanced topics like keywords, on-page SEO. So let's try and do that. We're going to come and copy this prompt that we've generated over here, copy it, and we drop it over there, and then we hit enter. Let's see what we are able to get. Let's see what we are able to get. So it's going to start generating. Hey, inashinda ikiniita my G. Who is my G, ban? It's calling me my G. Lesson 1. What is SEO? Simple explanation. SEO stands for search engine optimization. It is the art of making your website easy for Google to find. Real world analogy. Imagine you open a new shop in town, but your shop is hidden in a small alley. No signboard, no directions, and nobody knows about it. SEO is like putting up clear signs, painting the walls with bold colors, putting your shop on Google Maps, and even getting people to recommend you. So when someone asks, where can I buy a cake? Google says, try Elvis Cake Corner. So you can actually get to easily see that you can use AI very easily to learn. You can use it to summarize books. You can use it to summarize YouTube videos. You can use it to summarize PDFs. It's something that is a tool that you can actually just use all around. You can use it to generate content ideas. You can use it to generate video AI, a blog, a transcript, or a video. And you can actually get 10 to 20 post ideas instantly. You can repurpose content for different platforms as well. That is the various use cases that you have with AI. You can create custom avatars and analyze voice, where you can extract a tone, language, and structure from any brand or creator, where you can also use AI to mirror your writing style or your customer's mindset. Let me tell you one thing. Like you see, after this particular session, I can easily go ahead and like use the transcript from this session to write an entire book, right? You can easily do that quite easily with AI. This is some of the things that you can, like, okay, let me give an example. I can come over here and say, I need another prompt to write a book. I have a transcript from YouTube. Generate a proper prompt for me for the same. Good thing with ChatGPT is that you normally have your chats saved up over here. So I can come and, let me just refresh this. I believe most of my chats were here. So I can come over here and I can just drop the prompt, this one that I was just writing, and just do something like that. I need another prompt to write a book. I have a transcript from YouTube. You are a professional book editor and storytelling expert. I have a raw transcript from YouTube and I want to turn it into a compelling book. Your job is to help me rewrite it into a structured, engaging, and reader-friendly format. So let me just come and copy this. I'm going to copy that, open a new chat, and drop it. That is a prompt. All right? Absolutely, my G. So then I can go to YouTube. And I can go to YouTube. Like, for example, I can go to my YouTube channel. I don't want to use anyone's content. So I can go to my own YouTube channel. All right. I can go to my own YouTube channel to probably let me get like a video I've recently done, or maybe a session we had. I don't know. Or how to start investing. So there's this video we did some time back on how to start investing. And I can just open these up and open the transcript. So the transcript is going to be here. Then I can come and copy this entire transcript. Yote. I can come and copy this entire transcript as it is, copy it, and then I drop it over here. And then I enter. So now it's going to try and analyze and understand what you've actually just said. You've just put over here. Suggested book title: Invest with Purpose, Wealth, Wisdom, and Winning in the Market. Chapter 1: Why money alone will not make you rich. Money is a tool, but unless you know what you're building with. When I first sat down with Wilson Wariari, the Chief Investment Officer and co-founder of Avocap Asset Managers, I expected charts, numbers, and finance jargon. What I got instead was something deeper. A refreshing conversation about goals, discipline, and why most of us are actually getting investing all wrong. Now, these are some of the things you can actually just set up. Wilson introduced himself calmly, but with conviction. He co-founded, you can easily write an entire book, you see? Then this is why, what even is a money market fund? You can see all this. What if bigger goals? It's going to write everything for you. It's going to write down everything for you. Let me know if you'd like to add me, we can move on. Now we can say move to chapter 2. That was chapter 1. No, he has written chapter 1. You can move on to chapter 2. Passive income isn't a myth. You just need a plan. Your dream car, like you can sit down and write an entire book in, I think, probably like 1 hour by just using a transcript. So these are some of the things that you can actually get to learn with AI. And as we finalize, ladies and gentlemen, you can actually build stronger with targeted messaging when it comes to using AI. You can boost your personal growth and get clarity. You can journal with AI. Like, I would give you some advice. Immediately after this particular session, I'd like for you to sit down and try and use AI to journal. Like, just drop down your thoughts in AI and see what you're able to get. All right. You can break down goals into action steps. You can use AI like your therapist, coach, or mirror. Like, for example, if you're heartbroken, you can easily go to ChatGPT and say, hey, my name is this, I have been heartbroken. I have spent 5 years with her and don't know. You can try something like that. All right. These are some of the things that AI is making easy for you. So now here, I'm going to give you some homework that you will do. Your homework is to do something like pick 2 AI tools that you want to explore. 2 of them. You can use ChatGPT or Perplexity. If you want to go further, you can use AI tools like Claude or Descript, if you're someone who is curious. And you can try one real prompt in your work tonight, all right? An example would be to summarize this YouTube video into actionable steps. You can generate 10 tweet ideas from a blog post, and you can even rewrite your bio in a bold, witty tone, especially for those guys who are on LinkedIn, Facebook, something like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I bring the session to a close, AI is not going to replace you, but someone who is using AI is going to replace you. Tomorrow we start the AI Productivity Weekend Sprint from Friday all the way to Sunday, 8 p.m. every day for 1 hour, 30 minutes. It's a good session for you to join in. And you will learn how to use AI in your workflow. You can be able to automate the boring stuff like creating social media posts. You can actually create more in less time, and you can think a bit better, not just faster. You can use AI to think better, not only just faster. So for those guys who would like to join us, I think you can, I'll share the slides. I'll have Susan share the slides with you guys. You can, there's a link for those guys on TikTok. There's a link on my TikTok bio. There's a link on my TikTok bio that you can use. So that link is going to allow you to reserve a slot to be part of the sessions. This one over here, this is a link itself. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to this website. Yeah, for those guys who are in this session, I can also share it with you guys for those who want to be part of the session. I've really gotten a lot of questions. So what you do, if you click on join the sprint, you just make your payment as just very fast. You will receive a link to join the WhatsApp group. If you just click over here, name, M-Pesa number, and WhatsApp number, and you just proceed with payment. The payment is $28.50. You're most welcome to be part of the session. I don't know how many people we have at the moment. Let me just check and confirm. I think we have, how many people do we have? At the moment, we have 45 members. So if you'd like to join us, please do. It's a good challenge. I never anticipated to get so many people. Like 45 is honestly a huge number, because a lot of people haven't really believed in the penetration of AI. So this is something that I'm honestly trying to champion for people to get to understand, because there's a lot you can do. I use tools like Descript. There's an AI called Descript. The guys who always ask me about my image generation. Yeah, there are tools like 11 Labs. This is what I use for image generation. Yeah, so many guys always ask, hey, which AI is it that you use to generate images? Yeah, you can go ahead and check your projects. Let me just select the AI image generator. It's a very, very good tool, honestly. You can use it to generate images very, very easily. I have generated quite a number of images before with AI. Like you can see, these are some of the images I've generated. Like I can come over here and I can retry this prompt. Yeah, so that you can see, and then you click on generate over here. In fact, this is one of the AI tools I'm going to be introducing to you on how you can use it to generate images. These AI tools are very good, by the way. They're very, very good, honestly, and they can help you just work faster, more efficiently, and better. Like if you look at this image, you can see this. This is what it has generated. And these are images that you can easily use on your social media posts. Like if you're a creator, Facebook, Instagram, you can use that. Yeah, I have quite a number of AI tools. We also have another AI tools like Gamma. Yeah, if you don't know how to write prompts, like I can come to ChatGPT and say, I am using Gamma AI to create slides. Generate a prompt that I can use on Gamma to create slides on financial literacy. So let's generate the prompt. I can then come over here. I can choose the number of cards. It's the same thing as slides. Huh? I can come easily, and it's going to generate the prompt. Generate a 10 slide. I don't know if it's all this is going to work, but let's see. Let me just come and drop it over here. What is financial literacy? Structure. So let me create outline. Create a 10 slide presentation titled Mastering Financial Literacy. So what Gamma is actually going to do for you is that it's going to generate the outline first. Once it generates the outline, you can then go ahead and generate the slides basically very fast. Like for example, I can then click on generate, and now it's going to start creating the slides very fast for you. So see, these are some of the AI tools that are really helping people to be to work faster and more efficiently. So someone is saying the video is hanging. Yeah. All right. Let me just sort that out. So as you can see, Gamma is already trying the generation itself. All right. So the generation has been happening, as you can see, yeah. For those guys who are on TikTok, Pole, we might be having an issue with my video, with my video just a little bit, but as you can see now, you're able to generate the slides. with Gamma very, very fast. Oh, by the way, for free pick, you have to pay. Unfortunately, these softwares don't actually come. They're not free. As if you ask me, they're not free. Most of them you have to pay for, honestly. Yeah. So before you even go ahead and say that you want to start using these tools, yeah, you need to understand that some of them might actually have to ask for some money. All right. You can then come over here and even change the theme. Like if you'd like to change the theme, you can change your theme very easily over here. And it's something like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take so much of your time because it's already 9:25. But in any case, if you have any question, you can always reach out to me. My number is on my social media profiles. You can send me a message on WhatsApp and we can have responses. Like you can see, it has already created something. And you can present this. You can easily go ahead and present this. If you look at this, these are very good slides. Look at that. These are very, very good slides. Tomorrow, do we need a laptop? You don't need a laptop. It's not really mandatory for those who want to join. You can see that the slides have been generated for you. And you can easily edit these. Like if you want to edit these, you can actually just do it very easily and very conveniently. So I'd like to welcome you to the AI Productivity Weekend Sprint that is going to be starting tomorrow. I think it's important for you to get to understand how to use AI tools. They're very good. They're amazing. You can do a number of things with AI tools. You just need to understand how to use it. All right. It's something that I honestly think people need to start taking advantage of and just get to grow. I mean, AI is here to stay. I think the best thing you could do is just understand how to use these AI tools. I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you've learned a thing or two. I'm looking forward to having you guys in the AI productivity classes. I'd be happy to have at least 5 more guys to make me so happy because I've never done a challenge like that before. We anticipated like 25 guys, but at least we've been able to get to 45. So we can get to 50. Thank you so much. And I hope you've learned something tonight. We start our sessions tomorrow. So welcome so that you can learn how to use AI tools properly. For those guys who are in Uganda and they're interested, you can just throw me a message on WhatsApp and we can make an arrangement for the same. Thank you so much and have yourselves a good night.